What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome back to more Rainbow Six Siege. So apparently Ubisoft is just like, listen, we're not done with this patch. You're gonna hold this TTS, boy. So the TTS is being updated with some new and improved things that they plan on integrating into the actual game. And one of the most key interesting things that I happen to notice is that we will get to try out the pick ban system. So if you guys did know, the pick ban system for Pro League is coming, so you guys can pick and ban operators now. Apparently this will be a custom game on Siege, which sounds pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely give it a good old testing. So honestly, as just a personal player, it's nothing too special, and it's probably nothing interesting to most people talking. But if you're involved in the actual, like, if you watch Pro League a lot and you really get into the stats and everything, then yeah, maybe it's something to look forward to. But just to us people who kind of just play, nothing too special. So all you pros out there, hope you guys enjoy, and make sure you give Ubisoft your feedback so it actually works properly. So next up, we got some more site misalignment fixes. Apparently they're just working on some more stuff, so hopefully they didn't change too much from the last TTS, because they did some really good stuff over there. I didn't notice anything too terrible, but there's probably some people who really sat down for like hours on it and just analyzed every frame like a psychopath. So if it fixes things, it fixes things. That's all I'm really happy for. Here's the big one. As a person who only plays Bomb, the new Defuser animation that they're bringing in is really hopeful, if you will, or really yay. So the Defuser animation, I don't know if it's, you know, the one thing I hope they fix, if anything, is the long arming. Long arming is essentially you diffuse the diffuser, or you break the diffuser around a wall, essentially in cover. It's not really fair because you have to get to the location, and you can go, well, it makes it so the attacking players have to, you know, be smart about where they plant. That's not necessarily true, because there's a lot of places in Rainbow Six and a lot of plant spots that are just kind of, if you push deeper in the objective, you're probably going to eat a lot more shit. So one common, very well-known place is on Border, in the green room or green office, or upstairs beside Armory. You have that little office where people typically walk in the door and plant. Well, if you plant in a certain spot, people can sit in the corner of the bookshelf there and just diffuse. That there isn't something that the attackers should have to compensate to, because they'll actually still need to hop in on the window on their side and or push up completely way too out of cover. So if you look at any other game where you're defusing a bomb, you typically have to be right on it. Call of Duty, you have to pick up the thing. Counter-Strike, you just have to stand on it. There's a lot of things where you have to be on top of the bomb, right? So this is something important to look at, because it will help fix a lot of things and make other plants potentially more viable. And overall, you're playing the game and someone's smacking the ground with their gun and they're not actually hitting the diffuser. It's kind of BS, to be honest with you, and people don't really enjoy it all that much. So whatever fixes, I'm happy with it. New drop shotting fixed. So apparently, the last TTS, it was an accident when they made the drop shotting patch go live. This time, they're actually launching it how they want to. So they're probably going to fix the bug where if you got up from prone while sprinting, you did like a 40-mile dash in front of you. Here's the big one. Here's some nutty stuff. All right, here's the good stuff. Right, Bulletproof Camera Gadget. Okay. So I see you, Ubisoft. I see you from like 6 feet away right now, but I'm trying to see you from about 20 feet away right now. So this Bulletproof Camera Gadget, although it's not the most amazing thing in the world, because you have to think about it, a lot of the default cams are typically in positions where you don't need. There's only few cameras that you can really point out. So if you talk about inside garage on Chalet, bam, that's a camera you might want to keep. The drop in Cafe Dostoevsky, or Russian Cafe, the one that, if you can even put it over there on the big camera that's above the pillars, that's a pretty good camera to keep up. The camera that's also inside the cafe on Cafe Dostoevsky, in the front area there, where it's a common, very easy smoke plant for people to walk into. There's a lot of cameras that are technically good, and there's some that aren't all that well rounded. Some are really good at watching flank. If you look at the L-shaped hallway on Border, in front of Armory, that's a good camera to potentially have bulletproof reinforced. So this here, in a sense, is a very strong buff to Valkyrie. So instead of having to have her maybe potentially put a camera to watch an angle where, say, a default cam commonly gets taken out. Put a bulletproof camera case on it. Now they can't touch you. It adds a lot more power to the defenders. Now, the only thing that I'm very skeptical about is that will it be too much information and intel for the defenders? Lion is getting nerfed, granted, so they won't have, you know, such a powerful operator, but his gadget still remains in a good position the way it's being nerfed. So we'll have to really see how this meta plays out. It's definitely something interesting that I'm looking forward to, and I'm also happy that this is just a gadget, not a operator ability, because this then changes it a lot more to where, can this gadget work on black eyes? There's a lot of things that you can really look into this, and I'm looking forward to a lot of these changes. So whatever it brings, this gadget I'm looking forward to. And just between you and me, I kind of hope they give this gadget to a lot of defenders with a deployable shield, just so we can kind of get rid of that shield glitch thing that's going on. Now, I know the deployable shield is still necessary. I know that's an important gadget, and I know I'm trying to put like a band-aid on a very big fix, but Ubisoft, we need to get that shield glitch patched out. Anyways, moving on. Here's something I'm looking for. Here's the real casual salivate, like, delicious thing that comes up in here. So 3 speeds are now slower. They're not 2 speeds. They're still 3 speeds, but like 2.8 speeds. I guess that's how we're going to describe it. And 1 speeds are also going to run a lot faster, which is great. So Ubisoft is like, yeah, listen, Ash, Hibana, IQ, Capital, they're so fast, their hitboxes are so small. Yeah, we're going to have to fix them. And it's kind of important to fix them too. There's not a lot of benefit to using 3 armors. And there's a lot more benefit to using 3 speeds because most of their guns are better. Most of their abilities are, well, okay, well, there's IQ, but, you know, most of their abilities are better. They're just better overall operators because they just run in there with a flashbang and mow you down. I mean, look at Hibana. She's a monster. She's just disgusting. Blech. Anyways, though, so this is going to be interesting. I'm liking how this is going, trying to balance up the 2 speeds, so now that people who maybe want to play Doc or Rook more can be more effective, and then the people who just Ash main can't be as brain dead. So, hey, something I'm looking forward to, right? Also, running faster with your pistol out is now a thing. Don't know how I feel about that. Does this affect Doc's stim dart or stim pistol? It should. Definitely should. Does this mean if a shield puts his shield on his back, does he run faster? These are all very important questions I look forward to testing in the TTS and looking at. And as someone who recently picked up this man to play with, I could not be happier to read this in my news. Echo is now getting 2 yokai drones. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yay, woo, you know? This here is something that they were talking about a while ago with buffing Echo so people stay off of his drone more. I don't know how giving him 2 drones is going to be that useful, but Echo's pick rate in Pro League is going to skyrocket. Skyrocket! Think of it this way. You have an Echo that can now potentially use one of his drones to go roam around, right? You see a Thermite going to place down a Thermite charge. Bam! Stun him on so he can't get a hatch. You know, you have all this potential to essentially disrupt the enemy and take time away from them that they can't use. Oh, it's sublime. It's delicious. You know, it's something to look forward to. As someone who plays Echo a lot, once that yokai drone's gone, you're like, shit, I'm just a Doc with a suppressor, essentially, and a pretty decent secondary. So this here will allow people to essentially have 1 Echo drone to stop bomb plants and 1 Echo drone to actually do some other stuff. Now, if you can place both Echo drones at the same time, that's also really powerful too. Put 1 in each bomb site. Pop up. You know, need to stop the plant, pop up. Or if you want to go play over by bomb site B, but you need to make sure just in case they do an A plant or something, you don't have to bring your buzzing B over and it gets shot. You just have the one that's already invisible, pop, stop the defuse, you know? That's something to really look forward to. I'm kind of liking how this Echo update is looking, if you will. That's cool. It's still not a reason to nerf his bearing 9 though. If you guys want to fix Ivana, let's just take away the bearing 9 from her, but that's a discussion for another day. So overall, these TTS patches look pretty important. There's a lot to look into, a lot of good meta changes, and a lot of subtle buffs to defense here that are trying to help them bring back in line to attackers. Attackers are meant to be more powerful than defense. But right now, especially with Lion, bleh, disgusting, you know. So this will give a lot of people, not even in Pro League, in anywhere, casual, you know, pub stars, ranked, sweats, copper 4s, it all gives them something new to work with, and I like this better than just a global, like this patch here, reading all this, seems a lot more based around everyone than just their normal, well, we're going to make Blitz super good because we wanted to be picked more in casual, but it's going to be absolutely broken now in Pro League. Things like that. So I'm looking forward to most of these things. It doesn't state when it comes out, this patch. I was kind of reading through it before. I can double check. But if you have the TTS, I don't see why you wouldn't go install it. It's like 50 gigs now. Go start installing it. Go install it. It's going to be a minute. You and me both know that 50 gigs, no matter how good your internet is, still a good little chunk. So go start installing it. Go get the go get all that installed. If you guys want to read the patch notes or just anything else full in depth, they will be linked down below in the description as always. But just once again, giving this a quick glance over, the last thing I forgot to mention are the current known issues. So Clubhouse appears in custom game list, but it is not playable. I don't know how they broke that. If a player leaves the game while their yokai drones are deployed, they will disappear. Okay, that's fine. Lone Wolf Terrorist Hunt does not launch on first try, so if you're going to do a T-Hunt, you have to double launch. Occasionally, players will be stuck in their spawn. That is, I don't know what, don't touch that. No, don't break that. So yeah, so, I don't know, there's a lot, there's also some other stuff here, but yeah, other than that, go take a look at it, go read. It doesn't state when this is going live, it just states today's date as when it got posted, so it might just be live now. So if it's live now, get your butts over there and start testing. I'm looking forward to it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do subscribe. Leave a little like if you're excited. Tell me what you guys think about all these patches and whatnot, and I'll see you sexy beasts in the next episode. Bye bye.